Hey, it's Christopher Maselli with WritingMomentum.com, where we put writers on the fast track to success. A question that I'm commonly asked is, do I need an agent? Well, maybe, maybe not. People are published all the time without an agent. I've been published a lot without an agent. But you may want an agent. So why would you want an agent? Well, they, for one, can do a lot of the submission work for you. Yes, when you first want to introduce yourself to an agent, you'll have to do some submission work to them, right, to find an agent. But once you've done that, you won't have to send out your material to 100 different editors and 100 different publishing houses, hoping that one of them bite. No, those agents, they have connections in all those publishing companies, and they know who's looking for what, and they'll do that kind of work for you. They can also reach publishers that you can't. Some publishers nowadays, they're not even interested in talking directly with authors. They want to work with agents. That's just the way it is. It's gotten so big, it's hard for all the editors to work directly with authors and try to find all the manuscripts themselves. They want a middleman, right, to do it for them. Finally, they can really help with traditional publishing. They can really help fight your battles for you. If you're not sure how to negotiate those rights or what kind of royalties you should ask for and that sort of thing, they will help do that work for you. Now, why wouldn't you want an agent? Well, you may be able to get work regardless. Like I said, I've had a lot of things published without agents, and that's not a problem if you have avenues to do that. I go to a lot of writers' conferences. I think that's a great place to go if you want to meet some editors and you want to get some things published. And the cool thing about writers' conferences is that you can sit directly across from an editor, across the table. You can pitch your own book. You don't need an agent for that. So maybe you don't want one. Also, a lot of writers, they don't want to give up that 15% royalty that's very common that agents ask for. Now, 15% may sound like a lot, but my personal belief is that most agents that are worth their salt, they will earn you more than that 15% that they end up taking, over and above what you could have gotten yourself. So I really don't think that's a good argument. Well, how do you get an agent if you decide that you need one? Well, the same way that you get an editor, right? You send a query, you send a cover letter, you send your proposal, you send them your material, you introduce yourself, and then if they like what they see, they'll give you a call. Now, you may not, of course, need an agent for if you're self-publishing. That's a whole other topic. Just keep that in mind. If you're self-publishing, you wouldn't need an agent at all. But if you do want an agent, what are they looking for? Well, they're looking for authors that they can work with, right? Authors that they get along with, that they can have some rapport with. They also want authors that are good for the long haul. Authors that they know are not one-hit wonders that just have one manuscript and then don't have any more ideas. They want authors that they know can produce a lot of material, very prolific, right, that they can work with for a long, long time. And they also want authors that write in the field that they know best. So when you approach an editor, whether it's by email or by a letter or by meeting them at a conference, do your research first. Go onto their website or read an agent's guide. You'll find those at the bookstore or at Amazon, where you can study what different agents are looking for. And if you, for instance, have written a picture book for children, you want to target agents that specialize in picture books for children, because that's where all their connections are, that's where their interests are. If you're writing a historical novel for adults, you want to find an agent who does historical novel for adults. So put your best foot forward and ask yourself, do you need an agent?